Thank you. Christos?
Hello, Russell. Hope you are doing well. I would like to ask you about Roy. How refreshing for you to have a so talented teammate like him, and what impressed you most about his game?
Roy's been good. Been crazy, consistently being aggressive, which has been big for us. And you see the last week or so.
Chase?
Yeah, Russ, when you have a young player like Denny, who, Coach Brooks was just talking about how, there's ups and downs because he's a rookie. What can you do to try to help him become a more consistent contributor?
We try to work with him, figure out, how he can be his best self. And that's something that, starts within himself, number one, and then guys like myself can help him kind of get to where he needs to get to be, the player that he potentially wants to be.
Neil?
Hey, Russ. Scott made a kind of sarcastic comment that, it wasn't until the end of the game that you were getting free throws, even though you were being aggressive the entire game. You have conversations with the officials all the time. Do you feel that there's anything you can do on your end to, be rewarded for calls?
No, just keep playing. It's how it is, how it's become actually for me. So just take it or leave it. Just keep on.
At this point, do you just, not even try and let it frustrate you at all and just, try and control what you can control, and that's an uncontrollable?
That's my life. My life is control what you can control. I can't control the uncontrolled. I can't control what somebody else does. Unfortunately, that's just how I live my life.
Thanks, Russ.
Yeah.
Quentin?
Hey, Russ, this might fall into the control the uncontrollable, but I saw you and your wife had comments on Instagram about what Stephen A. Smith said about you guys. Well, it's about your play on First Take. How do you, at this point in your career, continue to hear those comments and just keep going and keep that laser focus? How do you just tone everyone out and just play basketball the way you do?
That's how my life been since day one. I've been playing basketball for my whole life, and like my wife mentioned, it's important that you don't let people deter you from your goals, deter you from your plan, deter you from the things you have destined in this world. Because prime example, man, is I watch these college games and I watch these kids and these announcers, man, they get on their TV and just say anything about a kid. They don't even know him. They don't know his family. They don't know where he's from. They don't know what he's been through. They don't know his struggles. They don't know his pain. They don't know anything about the kid. But one thing said on TV can determine how you perceive this kid on TV, which will allow him not to be able to reach his goals, which will allow him not to be able to get drafted, which will allow him not to take care of his family, which will now not create generational wealth, which now makes our people and the minorities, the underserved community, which makes that gap. It's way bigger than basketball. That's my entire life focus. And my wife, that's what she's mentioning, because we talk about all the time, is that, I sit back, I don't say much. I don't like to go back and forth about people. But one thing I won't allow to happen anymore is let people create narratives and constantly just talking shit for no reason about me, because I lay it on the line every night, and I use my platform to be able to help people all across the world, and nobody can take that away from me. I've been blessed to be able to have a platform to do it, and like I said before, a championship don't change my life. I'm happy. I was a champion once I made it to the NBA. Like, I grew up in the streets. I'm a champion. Like, nobody can. I don't have to be an NBA champion. I know many people that got NBA champions that's miserable, have done nothing for their community, have done nothing for the people in our world. And for me, man, my legacy, like I mentioned before, is not based on what I do on this court. I'm not gonna play basketball my whole life. My legacy is what I do off the floor. How many people I'm able to impact and inspire along my journey, man. And that's how I keep my head down and keep it pushing, because it's very important that you don't let the negativity seep in, because it's been like that my whole career. Honestly, there's no other player that kind of takes the heat that I take constantly, but I take it as positive, because obviously I'm doing something right if people are talking about me, and that's how I feel. And I stay my best foot forward, stay prayerful, keep my family close, and keep it like that.
Appreciate that, Russ.
Yeah,
Thank you.
yeah.
Have a good night, everybody.
Yeah.